Hello, hello. Alright, I'll be starting in like 2 minutes. We're just gonna give everybody some time to get in since I know this is kind of last minute. Because I was a sick little duckling. And my voice is kind of still recovering. Okay, that should be good. Do. It's Danganronpa Chapter 3 time. Yeah. Hi, hey, welcome in. Oh gosh. Yeah, kind of be prepared to hear me coughing a little bit. I'm mostly better. I've mostly gotten better. But I am still getting over being sick. But I have enough health to use my brain and figure out at least half of this chapter. Right, this sadness all over again. Okay, I don't want to investigate Setsuka's parts. This is sad. But, no, okay. I'm fine, and I can totally do this. You looked at the file, right? Did we? Okay. The victim is Setsuka. The time of death is unknown. The body was found inside the altar of the haunted house from Block A. The neck, shoulders, wrists, thighs, and ankles were cut, dismembering the body into 10 pieces. Right? Big sis Setsuka. And the worst part too is like, she was dropping the whole like, man, I'm so gonna die this chapter. And I'm like, no. Like, it happened and I like blue screened like usual whenever I get sad. The torso is missing. So I guess we had to find the torso? Why? The murder weapon is a sharp object. The bones and the the bones of the severed arms and legs have crack traces. No, I don't want to click the corpse. It's Setsuka's corpse that has been laid on the altar. It's been butchered to pieces. Yeah, I feel the same, Sora. I thought I had a pretty strong stomach, but this is too much. Oh, also, I'm going to be doing voices because as you can hear, my normal voice sounds like bleh. So, congrats everyone, you all have my sick voice. Hey, you don't have to force yourself. I'll cover the body for you. Nikkei. No, I appreciate the thought, but let me investigate as well. The more people that investigate, the easier the class trial will be. Well, if you say so. Okay, excuse me then. No, I don't want to CG everybody. Setsuka's corpse was dismembered so that each part was on top of each pillar of the altar, just as the monochrome file said. I didn't notice them before, but each pillar had the Chinese letter for each body part written on it. Oh, okay. And the body parts were linked so that each letter matched accordingly. So they went along with the attraction gimmick? The sign in front of the altar said the following. Sacrifice the body of your most precious one, then the devil will be summoned to grant your wishes. Your most precious. There's no way the killer actually believed this, right? Even if they did, butchering someone else's body is barbaric, disgusting, and simply inhumane. This is probably a copycat crime, just like with the Kokoro's case and the curse of the Yuki-onna. I decided to take a closer look at each body part, try my best not to throw up while doing so. Oh, we're zooming in? We're zooming? I first looked at the chest area, laying in the center of the altar. The edges were trimmed off extremely clean. Even I could tell this is the work of a professional. Ugh. The monochrome file mentioned the torso being missing. And sure enough, so it was. Her stomach below the solar plexus was completely missing. It doesn't seem like they hid it somewhere else in here. Where did the culprit put it? And why did they only take the torso away? It seemed pointless to worry about that now, so I moved on to the other parts. Come to think of it, there was another detail about the corpse that the monochrome mentioned. Bruises. There are traces of bruises on each body part. As I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert on this. So the killer has done this before? And also, hey! Yeah, I mean, clearly this is some expertise thing, and we don't have like an ultimate surgeon, right? As I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert on this matter, but the bruises raise a new question. The murder weapon was something sharp, so the bruises weren't the direct cause of Setsuka's death. That would mean that just after Setsuka died, or just before she died, the culprit for some reason damaged each body part to cause bruises. Wow, she really needs to get herself together, huh? But what causes bruises? This could be crucial evidence. Right? Setsuka was best big sis. Chapter 3s are terrible for me. But what caused those bruises? This could be crucial evidence. I looked into the corpse for a few minutes more, but I wasn't able to find any more notable details. And I wasn't able to investigate the body anymore in this horrifying state. Right? Her face is just right there staring at me, like, judging me, like... Are you alright? I told you not to overwork yourself. Yeah, I'm okay. Especially since this isn't going to be too long a stream, since we're splitting up the stream into 2 parts, because it's a long chapter. So I figured like 3 hours. I swear I'm fine as I cough up a lung. Yeah, it's like 3 hours should be like probably my max, and I'll be fine. Plus I really missed you guys, and I really want to get this chapter. I need to honor Setsuka, my love. My big sis. You're on the death of chapter 5? Oh wow, okay, cool. You got far. Nice. Are you alright? I told you not to overwork yourself. Oh, Nikkei, you're so considerate for once. Yeah, I'm fine. I can't just gloss over the body when there's a class trial coming up, right? That aside, you became very friendly, Nikkei. Give me your skill! Even if we're on a truce. It feels like you reverted back to when we first met. Well, the situation called for it. Why is there a problem with that? No, thanks. I'll go search the other areas. Okay, missing abdomen. Bruised corpse. Alright, cool. Let's get away from the body. What's this? Oh, Teria. Teria? Huh? Sora? What's wrong? Well, I was wondering if you knew anything about the case. Especially since you weren't with us throughout today, along with a few others. It's strange seeing so many people again. Isn't that the start of like every Danganronpa game? Like, oh wow, there's so many people. Like, goodbye everyone. I feel sorry about that, but I didn't find a clue about your innocence yet. But I'll come back once I fully regain my memories and learn the truth about you. What? Okay, that's all good, but the class trial comes first. Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, there was something weird that happened while I was doing the item check today. I was doing my daily checkup for each area this morning, but something was off in the infirmary. And chapter 4 is your favorite chapter? Well, that's exciting. If not the fact that, more people are going to die. You know they keep blood packs in the refrigerator there, right? Well, somebody took all of... Wait, okay, hold on. They took all of them? So is this blood not... I mean, yay, it's not Setsuka's blood. She didn't horrendously die, maybe? I mean, she did horrendously die. She didn't, suffer? Well, somebody took all of them. All of them? Yeah, just yesterday. They were all definitely there. Wait. No. I'm trying to think, because... Is this... What chapter did they take all the blood packs in the last game? It is a lot of blood. No, okay, hold on. That's not all. The medical kit with the bandages, ointment, and antibiotics. Somebody took all of that as well. When I came back this afternoon, they were back there in its place. Oh, wait, they were back? But the blood packs are still missing? Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys right away. But with the motive yesterday night, I wasn't in my right mind to tell you. If I knew a murder like this would happen so soon, I would have told you immediately. It was chapter 3, all the blood packs are missing again? Okay. Yeah, that's right, because Ray was stuffed in the locker and there was blood and... Okay, yeah. Oh, this is gonna be confusing, isn't it? Calm down. There's no proof that the culprit used those blood packs, so don't blame yourself. If the medical kit was returned soon after, maybe someone other than the culprit needed it for a moment. You're being considerate as always. Thanks, but I feel like this might be related to the case, so maybe my account could help us out in the trial. Okay, so for someone to take the blood packs, could it be the work of the culprit? It may be important. I should write this down. It's gonna be very confusing. See, we should go check all the lockers. I'm like, hey, look, we found Ray. She's totally fine and okay. I would make this accurate, right, Mikado? All right, my little art girl, how are you? Oh no, it's gonna make Grape and Strawberry House look like a tree. Ugh. Iraha, what are you doing? Oh, Sora. Well, this is a crime scene, so it must have the most amount of clues, right? So I was trying to investigate this place, but... with Setsuka's body over there and the smells of blood... Hey, you don't have to force yourself to search here. As Nikkei said, leave this place to us and investigate some other places, okay? No, I'll do what I can. The ghost house seems to be the key place in this case. Oh, her voice is so cute. That reminds me, I saw Hibiki entering this place just before and... Hibiki? I thought she was resting in her room today. I don't know about that, but I saw her when I was heading to the Mirror Mansion at 6 p.m. Your favorite chapters are this chapter and chapter 5? And you would say the 5th chapter. Oh, okay. No, the gates. All right, I forgot the gates. You have to pay attention about the gates. My single brain cell would be like, just fixated on it now. She was using her handbook to enter this place. What's wrong, Sora? Nothing. It's just what you said might prove to be very crucial evidence to this case. Huh? Thanks. And don't force yourself to investigate the body, so you take care of things. Okay? Okay. Thanks for being so considerate. Hibiki entering the haunted house, and even before the parade meeting of all times. Was she just entering this place for no reason, or was she... Okay, Alright, let's leave this cursed horrible room. Before you've seen chapter 5, might be your second favorite chapter? Alright, 3 and 5. 3 and 5, nice. What's this? A fireplace? It's a fireplace. There's a small bonfire lit here originally, but that burned out with the blackout. Somebody did this to get rid of all the sources of light from the haunted house. The fireplace obviously is connected to the chimney horizontally, and it acts as a way to get rid of the smoke inside. It's quite small. Oh, don't tell me her torso is stuck in there. I looked inside the fireplace just in case. The smell of ashes and dust welcomes my face. The fireplace itself is quite large, but the chimney inside was quite long and short. Did Santa kill her? Santa, no! Setsuka was good. She was nice. No Santa is going to make his way to deliver presents through this small pathway. Huh? No! 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 No, 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 no. As I was checking the chimney, I was able to find something totally unexpected. Okay, not her torso. I was scared her torso was going to, like, fall through it. What are these? Black plastic bags? There were some used up black plastic bags thrown away amongst the firewood. I almost didn't notice it being black and this place being so dark. Was this always here? Today was the first and only time that the firewood was put out. If that was here before, it would have already melted from the fire. Perhaps these are traces left by the culprit. This looks to be crucial evidence. Is it? Okay. Circuit breaker. Okay, that feels like evidence. It's a fuse box that produces electricity for the whole ghost house. Oh, this is... Inside, all the electric wires were cut. So this is why the haunted house had a blackout. Although right now, emergency electricity is flowing thanks to Monochrome. The person who cut these must be the culprit. Okay, this can be used as evidence. I must write this down. Okay, that feels very... Sorry, very important. Okay, like, yeah, this all has to be blood pack blood, right? Because, jeez. It's way too much. Way too much. Folding screen. It's a folding screen with an ominous picture reminiscent of hell itself. Oh, okay. Huh? Hold on a minute. Was this always located up front? You just realized that all of Chapter 4s for any Danganronpa game have been sad for you? Yeah. Oh no. I'm worried about this Chapter 4. Feeling something was off, I checked behind the screen. Torso? Oh. The folding was originally located right next to the wall, but it was moved out a bit forward. And in that space, there was now space big enough to fit a human being, but more importantly, this blood. There was a large pool of blood in the space behind the folding screen. So much that would make large sloshes when stepped on. What does this mean? For there to be this much blood behind the hidden space behind the screen. On closer look, all the blood trails leading up to the altar originated from this place. Hibiki, welcome back! Was the folding screen like this when we were searching for Setsuka? I guess I didn't check it thoroughly with this place being so dark. Even now with the dim light, it was hard to notice it until I got real close to it. But one thing was for sure, there was enough space for someone to hide behind the screen. Okay, the folding screen, I should write this down. This is important? Sign? No. Cool, okay. Let's investigate the whole park. Shinji, what are you doing? Whoa, Sora! Investigating hard as usual? Hey, could you stop doing that? It makes me feel like I'm some sort of big... Oh no, Shinji's in danger next episode, huh? Cause he be buff. No! Hey, could you stop doing that? It makes me feel like I'm some sort of big boss of a Yakuza clan. Sorry about that. I was looking into the gate records. Oh no. Okay, fine, let's do it. The gate records? Yeah. Yuki told me with this island we can keep track of our alibis using the gate records. I didn't fully understand what he meant by that, so I was looking into it. Yuki's got the better brain between us, so I've got to listen to him. But, as you can see, I'm not good with machines. I barely even use the handbooks. The buff always suffer. In chapter 4? Yeah. No, Shinji. You suffered already. Your friend's dead. That's enough suffering for you. The gate records. Yuki has a point. After all, the murder definitely seems like it happened inside Satsuki land. And although our names don't show up, we can try to validate our alibis using those timestamps. You have a random fact? Alright, let's hear it. I'll help you out. Thanks. If you push the panel here, the screen does show up, but... Yeah, you need to slide the screen like so. Shinji's trying his best, and we appreciate him for it. You're the best, Shinji. Alright, see? You get a record of all the people who pass the gates for each day. Aww. The technology these days is amazing. Amazing? Even mobile phones these days all have at least this level of technology. Have you been living under a rock? Sora! No, he's trying his best. Leave him alone. I'm sorry. I don't know much about this stuff. Fuyuhiko dodged a bullet, chapter 4 bullet, because in his beta design he was going to be buff when Nekomaru was going to be small. Okay, but Robo Fuyuhiko sounds totally cute. I'm imagining him a tiny, like, his little tiny self, like being a little robot and just trying to curse you out. It sounds adorable. Let's see, for today's records. I don't memorize this. Okay, fine. That's a lot of lines. Okay, so at 1958, there's 4 inns and they're all different. But there's... okay. That's a lot of lines. No, considering what happened today, there isn't much new information about it. The 4 records listed at 1958 are back when you, Yuki, Kanade, and I were searching for Setsuka. Oh, okay. I'm glad Sora remembered that, because I did not. Oh, you're right. And the gate system was turned off after the body was found. So we were the last people to enter this place recorded by this. Then, we should take note of these 5 records between 1755 and 1942. Okay, so... 3... So we have 2 inns right here. It's before 1800. I'm not going to pretend I know what I'm doing. If Mekamaru did not get turned into a robot, he would have been a killer? Okay. And Mikon was meant to be ultimate zombie? Okay, Mikon as a zombie sounds adorable. But I imagine she would totally like lose limbs and then cry and apologize about it. Okay, well the ID that went inside at 1924 and went out in 1936. That's gotta be me, so we only had to check the other 3. That's you? How can you be sure when your name doesn't show up? Even if it's just the ID, I do remember the time that I went inside. I mean, it's only been an hour since then. This was back when we had to split up and search for Setsuka. I see. Sora, did you see anyone else while you were inside the haunted house? Nekamaru had a high chance of being a killer in Chapter 4 if Gundam not take advantage body. Oh yeah, he wouldn't have a night-night button if he wasn't a robot, huh? Yeah, Gundam. Sorry, boy. Nekamaru definitely would have gotten him, huh? No one actually. There wasn't anyone, nor any blood trails or corpses for that matter. If there was, I would have told you immediately. Please believe me on this. No, it's not that I don't believe you. But by these records, you went out at 1936, and somebody else had gone out the house 6 minutes later. So that'd mean there was somebody inside when you had entered the ghost house back then. Hey, you're right. The ID, that one. This person went inside at 1755. So that would mean that this person stayed inside during 1755 to 1942. That's for almost 2 hours. But I didn't find anyone there. Am I the only one who got chills here? So that ID, that must be the culprits, right? The culprit must have entered the ghost house at some point. So they must have hid themselves somewhere inside when you came in. So I'm guessing behind the screen, right? Is that so? I guess I could have missed someone with the blackout and everything. So if we go over it one last time, WN is the culprit who entered at 1755 to leave at 1942. HJ, who entered at 1924 to leave 12 minutes later, is you. Then what about KU5, who entered at 1757? That could be Setsuka? Okay, what about this person? There's no out record of them. That's probably Setsuka then. If the case happened at the ghost house, and if Setsuka died there, there would be no out record of her, right? Right, Setsuka. But one thing I don't understand is, according to these records, both Setsuka and the culprit should have been inside the ghost house when I entered there. But I'm positive I gave a thorough search inside there. Even if there was a blackout, could I really have missed 2 people? And if that's true, then I could have stopped Setsuka's death while I was there? Sora, please don't make such a face. It's not your fault. Anyways, we need to catch the culprit who did such a terrible thing. No, we must catch them. Oh, Shinji, are you trying to cheer me up? That's so sweet of you. Okay, thanks. You're right. I gotta do my best for Setsuka's sake. Oh, Shinji. These gate records will probably be important evidence in this case. I should definitely write this all down. Okay. You still don't fully get the times? Oh, gosh. Here I'm thinking like, okay, I think I got it, but maybe I don't have it. Oh, right, Sora. There's something I want to ask you. Yeah, what is it? I was going to visit the swimming pool during the daytime to take my mind off of things. And the pool at Block C was prohibited from entering. So I was wondering if you knew anything about it. Prohibited? What do you mean? That's the first time I've heard such a thing. Well, there was a picket saying it was against the rules to use the pool while it was time for pool sanitation. But when we were searching for Setsuka, that picket had been taken down. Huh. Then wasn't it just the case that it was just the pool sanitation time when you went there? But up until yesterday, we had used the swimming pool without that being brought up. So I thought it felt all too sudden. You should probably say that chapter 4 is long before the body slam announcement. We're breaking it in 2 parts. Okay, got it. Thank you. Alright, I'll investigate more of a Block A in the meantime. The pool. Shinji's words do have a point. I should go there and investigate that place as well. There's a certain part I can saw. Okay, cool. Yorko. Okay, you know, he's like, go investigate the pool, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely remember where the pool is. I don't need to go to the mirror house, right? No, there's no enter thing. Okay. Let's go to this way. There's so much to investigate. This place is too big. Oh, this is definitely wrong. And also, Miko would have won. She just talked about a lot of stuff and talk about a lot. She can meet up. She can also watch the video. Oh yeah, I feel like a lot of cases, if the characters just shut up, like no one would have known. There's the pool. The pool. According to Shinji, you couldn't enter during the daytime due to pool sanitation. But I guess since I'm already here, I could check the gate records. No, I had to pay attention to this too. Alright, 5 IDs. Up to 5 people use the pool today. Out of the 5 records, the last one must be when we were searching for Setsuka. So that means 2 people entered in the morning and went out about an hour later. If nobody entered due to the pool being closed, huh? Wait a minute. At 12:54, someone entered during this time. Yeah, no one's gonna believe Byakuya saying like, oh man, I knew who it was. Like, Mondo just, not that I, you know, want him to get away with it. But Mondo, shut the hell up, right? This clearly contradicts with Shinji's account, of course. Shinji didn't mention the exact time, but he simply referred to the time as daylight. And the safe to assume at 13:54, which would be 1:54 in the afternoon, is in the range of daytime. Cia 9. Whoever this is, they entered at 12:54 and left like 4.5 hours later. So the sanitation process must have ended before then. Okay. I need to ask Shinji when exactly he went to the pool. But the mystery didn't end there. NU3, who entered at 17:24. Sorry. There are no records of this person leaving the pool. I thought that this person without the out records back at the ghost house must have been Setsuka. Then why is there an ID without an out record here in the pool? This is 30 minutes before the parade had started. I should ask the others. Is that the same one? Yeah. Yeah, Celeste. Yeah. I mean, she was gambling, right? She was gambling with that plan of hers. Okay. A clue. Antibiotics. Wait, what? Huh? What is this? I had accidentally kicked something while investigating the area. On closer look, it was a bottle of some sort. Penicillin? Aren't these antibiotics? Why do they end up in a place like this? They should be back in the infirmary for them to be in such a place. And to top it off, it wasn't even an empty bottle, but an unopened new package. There wasn't even a needle to go with it, just a full bottle lying around here like it's nothing. I mean, that's weird. Okay. Unused bottle of antibiotics. Huh. Concerning. Okay, Mew was too obvious though. Mew's like, oh no everyone, please just, walk into this virtual world that I know all about. Like, that was also big clues of like, it's Mew. Mew did it. Whatever's gonna happen, Mew did it. Warehouse. Satsuki dolls. Sorry. These were the dolls used for the parade. Despite their adorable looks, their performance during the parade was fabulous. Come to think of it, the dolls in Block A and C had switched places during the parade. Taking that fact into account, I decided to investigate the dolls inside the warehouse. These dolls must be the same ones outside the storage room, yeah? Does that mean if you program the dolls outside the garage, they can also be made to move by themselves? I checked inside the dolls by opening the zipper on its back, but there was nothing inside. It's just an empty doll suit. What kind of mechanism would make this move on its own? I wonder if these can be used as evidence. Setsuka must have died around the time of the parade. That would mean that these dolls might be related to the case as well. Okay, hold on. If they're empty inside, what if... And I'm saying Kanade because I still believe she's the killer, because there's no way... That creepy little, like, man, I sure do love crime, all about crime person. She for sure committed this crime, right? I think maybe she put Setsuka's body parts into the dolls and somehow programmed them to take it to the ghost house? Maybe? I don't know. We should... Ugh. So it wouldn't hurt to write these down. Okay. Parade dolls have been added. Because I'm thinking the fact that we have the dolls and we have the bullet train moving everything. Like, one of those has been used to like move the body or body pieces or something. It's a sign about the monorails. Monorail station. Yeah. No, I already wrote this down. I know. Nothing special to note. Description matches exactly the one that Monochrome gave. Sorry. My Monochrome gave... I swear, I'm totally fine. On the first day we arrived here. It's unknown whether or not the culprit used the monorails, but the crime did happen in Satsuki Land. As long as that fact stands, we need to investigate every detail laid out in this whole place. So if we go over the timetable once more. Blah. Yeah. Train departs. I wrote this down already, so... In other words, the train operates at 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and basically every other hour. I made a better death from Mondo. He was forced to ride a bike dodging dangerous obstacle course and cars and sees his brother. Oh no! No, I really love that. That's... Not that I want to re-traumatize Mondo, because I do like Mondo, but that's actually really great. I don't know, I like when... Because Mondo was tied up. He didn't have a fighting chance whatsoever. I mean, I guess so was Leon. But I do like when, they seem like they have a chance. And, you know, they don't. That's why Kurumi's is like one of my favorites. It's a bit over 8 o'clock tonight. So the last train of today is operating as of right now. There wasn't anything special to know here, so I just write down the timetable and get over with it. Get it over with. Alright. Oh. No, I'm not doing that. Thought there was a hint inside there. Your power got cut off by a storm? I was terrified. I was had to postpone it again today because there's our Wi-Fi's been down in other places. In the community area that I live in, like a couple other communities near me, their Wi-Fi's out. Mine thankfully is still up. It's similar to Ray's on you. Oh, I should totally watch that. I'm gonna watch this some other time. Nothing here. Alright. Let's find whatever last clue I'm missing here. Do. Where did I not enter? Oh, hey, this entire area here. Flower bed. It's a flower bed decorated next to the haunted house. Yeah, I think probably like when once I finish, I'll probably watch Denny's executions. Oh no, is it really that bad? No. Huh? Something was just shining in the bushes. It's just as brutal as this? Jeez. Is this a clothespin or a hair clip? The shining thing was a pin of some sort, probably used to hold something. There are multiple of them on the ground, and were scattered as if someone tried to hide them here. How would there be pins in a flower bed? And also, how did you see that? Good job, Sora. With this place being so close to the crime scene, I doubt this was just some coincidence. I don't know what they were used for, but they could be evidence. Let's keep that in mind. Alright, I think that's everything. Ahem. Is the investigation going smoothly? I assume that enough time was given for everything to be inspected. The night is almost here. Let us start the fun before it gets too late. I will now open the trial gates. So everyone gather around the trial entrance on the first floor of the monocruise. Participation is required. I will not allow being later absent. La. This time's up already? This is bad. I don't think I have the slightest idea about the case. There's a... Oh, geez, Setsuka. Okay, yeah, those sound brutal. Jeez. But it's almost nighttime, as Monocro said, and if it gets too late, we might have to proceed a trial where everyone is sleepy. Well, for me, I did sleep throughout the whole day, so I'm fine, but the announcement has been made, so there's no choice other than to head for the... What? Hi, Hibiki. Hibiki, you're still here? Hey, get a hold of yourself, Hibiki. I know you're shocked, but you'll die if you don't make it through the trial. Where's Kanade when you need her? Huh? Did I just step on something, or... What? The thing I stepped on while approaching Hibiki was a hairpin. It looked quite familiar. It had the same shape as a 1/8 musical note. Why is this? I mean, of course, the owner is right in front of me, duh. Hibiki, wake up. Your hairpin was right here on the ground. Really? Are we just gonna carry her? Wait, but it had blood in it. We just put the bloody stepped on hair clips in? Why should I be the one doing this? So, this is how Kanade feels all the time, huh? Hibiki, come on, here, grab my hand. She's gone full Taka? Oh, no. Ah, she's here. Sora, why are you so late? Sorry, I was trying to bring Hibiki here. Hibiki? Sis! She's been standing still ever since she saw Setsuka's corpse. I think she had quite the shock. If I didn't bring her here, she might have stood there forever. I would imagine so. Setsuka was especially very important to Mrs. Big Sis emotionally, after all. Kanade, she's your family, right? How could you just leave her and make Sora take all the responsibility? I thought she went ahead without me. I didn't think she would just stand there all this time. I just want to yell liar every time she shows up. I'm like, no, you liar. You lying liar. You probably killed my Setsuka. More importantly, Kanade, please do something about this. If this goes on, she won't be able to participate in the trial at all. Right? Sis? It's alright. Come on, sis. Here's a good girl. I know I can solve anything for you. I'm always on your side. Everything's going to be fine, so just forget everything. Clear your mind. Leave it all to me. Kanade? Huh? What's going on? Where are we? This is the class trial grounds. Why are we here? Hey, what's up with her? It seems like she was taken out of her trance by my consultation? Consultation. But she seems to have lost some of her memory as a side effect. What? No. Hold on. I think Kanade did something to her sister. I think it's with the penicillin. Sis, Setsuka's dead. We need to do a class trial. Suka's dead? What's that supposed to mean? Just now? Wait, what do you mean by that? Suka was... Cry. It's alright, sis. Don't cry. I'll take care of it. From that confidence, I'm guessing that you already know who the culprit is. Kanade? Yeah, Yuki used to sing when I say, like, the culprit's Kanade. Alright. I see everyone's gathered. Let's get started. Take the elevator down. Oh, she could hypnotize her. With guitar. Maybe. So here we go again. Damn it. I'm sick of this already. We can continue our talk at the trial. So the third trial will start soon. This case in particular felt like something was different this time, but maybe that was just me. But we did our best to investigate every detail. All that's left is for us to find out the Blackened together. Do you want to go to class trial? Yeah? Let's go, everyone. Oh, look, there's still a bunch of us. The elevator, as always, made heavy metal sounds as it slowly descended downwards. And like always, nobody says a word. As if it's an unspoken rule, we should remain silent for now. I have no idea what the other students are thinking about in this moment. Or what the Blackened among us is scheming right now. If she can hypnotize her sister, did Kanade make Hibiki kill Setsuka? Oh yeah, what would Monocro count that as? Would it be like Celeste rules? Or would it be like, oh man, huh? So you've come, now hurry to your seats, off with it. Whoa, what's the rush? Do you have any idea what time it is now? It's already nighttime. It's bad for your health to sleep late, so as your teacher, I'm just trying to save some time. Do you really think anyone here is worried about their health right now? I'm worried about my health, Yoriko. How can a sane person worry about their health on a life or death situation like this? Hey, move, hostess girl. And to your seat, we've got no time to waste. Huh? What's got into you all of a sudden? Yoriko, calm down. We all know we can just ignore that guy. Don't tire yourself out trying to argue with him, and focus on the trial. There's already 5 death portraits. So there's only 11 of us? And someone amongst us 11 will die on the spot. Well, granted that we get the killer right, that is. Mom, Dad. Sis, stop crying. We need to find the baddie who killed Setsuka. Monica Mufasa is point forward, no hope at all. Yeah, I figured. Setsuka's death must have been painful, to tear a person's body like it's a toy. I cannot forgive such an act. Both Emma and Hajime committed terrible acts as well. But this went too far. We're not dealing with a culprit. We're dealing with a monster. How could you do such a thing to a friend that we bonded with? Bro. I agree. We can always depend on Setsuka. If I knew this was going to happen to her, I would have tried to get closer to her. Aww. You crying? Says who? Everyone. We need everyone's help to find the killer this time. Whatever their objective may have been, they went too far. Let's avenge Setsuka's death. Very well. It seems you're all mentally prepared. So let's start the show, Dead or Alive, the third class trial. Setsuka? The always caring, dependable Setsuka. We would have been doomed if it weren't for her support this whole time. I don't know what we're going to do without you from now on. But for now, we'll avenge you. Hopefully Setsuka was sedated. And it wasn't... We'll find the devil who made you suffer so much. Their identity will be revealed here and now. Alright. I mean, I feel like, Shinji, you're safe for now, right? Child life and death. The lies of life and death. The betrayals of life or death. Yeah, look, there's too many people alive on this card. It's gotta be one of them. One of them. The truth of life and death. The excuse of life or death. The trust of life or death. Life or death? The class trial? Do you want to save? Heck yeah, I want to save. And I got skills! I got skills! Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let's use my skills here. Okay. I got more influence. That sounds good. Oh, no, but I need 20 points for that one. Yeah, the only problem with Shinji is Shinji said, I don't remember if it was during his free time event or when we were just talking to him. But he was like, it's a 5-hour job to die protecting people. And I'm like, what? Shinji, don't say such a thing. So I'm worried. I'm worried he's gonna do that. In the words of a wise man, we need to be a stepping stone for hope? No. Okay, so I don't think I need seeing the back of the flashback anagram. I want sketch. Okay, what's bluffing? Oh, eliminates 2 other things? Okay, so I got rid of 2 points of something. Hospitality. Get rid of that one. Put bluffing on. Alright, this looks good, yeah? Just throw a sketch skill at the second half. Oh, you're right. I don't need it now, huh? Do I? Okay, so take off sketch for now. We'll put back on mind's eye. Alright, and I feel that's good. Because the only thing I don't have on is hospitality, which recovers an influence, which is fine. Yeah, yeah. Okay, ready? Let's start this class trial. I would also be like, what do we do now, guys? Because I don't know. Alright, basic rules. Vote the correct and black in, they'll get punished. But you picked the dreadfully wrong choice. Was this place always this huge? It's probably because there's a lot less of us now. Right. 5 have died already, there's only 11 left. They all left us one by one. Everyone, we're just starting here. So let's put away our negative thoughts for now. If we don't get a hold of ourselves, we could very well be following the footsteps of those 5. He's right. We only need to focus on fighting the culprit. Yeah, about that. I really have no idea this time. Can we really solve the case this time? Oh, it's alright. We have Kanade. Iraha. What? Child. She did most of the heavy lifting last time, so for this case... And what if Kanade's the culprit? And then I guess it'd be the end of it for us. Kanade's just smiling evilly in the background. No, because I know how travel to play out is actually the most long and difficult trial. Oh, no. What happened to your go-happy state? Happy-go-lucky state, Iraha? Well, because Kokoro's already dead. But if it weren't for Kanade last time, we'd all be dead. And that if Kanade's our enemy, then that means we have no braids on our side anymore. Oh, Hey, don't be so sure of that. Stop calling me dumb, okay? Just don't give up on us yet, alright? Even if each of us aren't perfect on our own, that's why the trial exists. For us to debate through this together. I couldn't have said it better myself. They say well begun is half done. And I'd say this is one of our better start-offs, so that means... Would you believe it? We're already halfway through. You need her skill for this one? The secret... Well, it's a good thing I have the skill. Hooray! I'm so happy I got the skill. Thank you for telling me that what her skill does. Yeah, I feel like all the sequences have been confusing. They've been my downfall in all the trials so far. Also, hey, Mossy Kites, welcome. That lifts my spirits up. I'll do my very best this trial as well. Mikado avocado. Shutting up's the best you can do for us, so shut it. Quiet, everyone. Shinji's right. Let's get this thing together and find out the culprit. That's what Setsuka would say if she was here, right? And our other social butterfly, Hibiki's in, well, that state. Cry. Don't worry about it, sis. She's just a bit shocked. She'll be okay in a while. Alright, let's start this thing. But as always, finding the best place to start is the hardest task. Mr. or Ms. Culprit, please raise your hand. My little art girl, I love you. You're dumb, but I love you. I thought it was worth a try. Well, we should go over the basic outline of the case. Wait, there's something I want to clear up first. Yuki, what is it? You all read the Monaco file, right? The file this time around is honestly very poorly written. I mean, it doesn't even show the time of death. Did it? Wait, but didn't Kokoro's case file also hide the time of death from us? The execution is going to be too much? Also... Sorry. I officially believe Showby is a Dragon Ball Z character. Don't ask why it was in chapter 5. Does he get blonde? Does he turn blonde into Super Saiyan? Well, that was because Kokoro's corpse is found frozen, making it difficult to determine the exact time of death. In Yuri's case, it's clearly different. Except for exceptional cases, it should be given that the time of death should always be shown to us. Hey, Monocro, explain yourself! My, am I the one at fault again? You're clearly hiding important information that is crucial for us to figure out what's going on in the case. Yoriko, please, there's no need for such harsh words. The Monaco files aren't your gaming walkthroughs. Sometimes we're forced to leave some details out. What do you mean by that? Let me explain. Well, in short, it's all for the fairness of the trial. There are 2 cases where the Monaco file leaves out information. First are cases where it's simply impossible to include that information. The prime example being Kokoro's frozen body, making it impossible for us to find the time of death. The other case is where the missing detail is exactly what the culprit intended. Huh? For example, let's say our culprit used some tricks so we can't easily determine the murder weapon. But then the monochrome file says the murder weapon was a knife. All the hard work by the culprit would go to waste, no? So in these cases, we intentionally leave out information about the murder weapon, or at least make it very vague. What? This is the first time I've heard such a rule. Because up until now, there was no need for that rule. It is exactly as Mikado said. This case is such an example of that rule. Yeah, they're just lying and cheating. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. I don't mind people, you know. I know this is a slightly older-ish game, kind of, maybe? But no, everyone's been very polite and nice, not saying any spoilers of any kind, even if they know, and I appreciate that a lot. How is that fair? You're giving the culprit an edge. No, not entirely. If they hit the time of death, that means there was a reason to do so by the culprit. In other words, when did Setsuka actually die? We should start from there. Alright, now some debate. No, I'm good. Ghost House Gate. Okay, got it. You just got into it a month ago? Oh, cool. When did Setsuka die? The last time I saw Okay, we found the corpse around 8 in the evening, right? So between morning and evening, isn't that too long of a gap? No. Yeah, ignore. I didn't click that. You know, I didn't get to 6.5. I still gotta do that. Would it be okay if I... we found the corpse around 8 in the evening? Sure. Is that too long of a gap? Okay, there's no witness who saw Setsuka after breakfast. Between when we last saw her and the time of discovery of her death. Oh. Yeah. We have the records, which don't help, but I guess according to this conversation they're gonna help. I don't want to save, because continue. No, Nikkei. Perhaps we can narrow the timeline further. Huh? There was something that came to me while I was investigating. Is it okay if I play it now, the real time beats of this game? So nothing spoilery? Okay, cool. Setsuka's body was found in the ghost house, right? So by looking at the gate records, we can probably deduce something. Agreed. After all attractions in Satsuki Land require us to input our handbooks. And the gate keeps track of those records down to every minute. Wait, does the gate record... Wait, the gate does record timestamps. But they don't show whoever it was who entered, so we don't know which out of those records is Setsuka. No, not exactly. Just like Sora said, we can assume that time period that Setsuka died using the gate records. Kanade. So you can assume the time range just from the gate records? You have a random question? Yeah, go right ahead. Sora, did you perhaps write down the gate records? Yeah, obviously. Now we're talking. Everyone, look at this. This is gonna be confusing. Have I watched Danganronpa the stage? It's the live action version? I haven't watched it, no. And it's good? I'll check it out if it's on YouTube. Is it the first game? Trigger Happy Havoc? These are the gate records of the ghost house for today. Wait, Sora, you sure you got everything right? If you by any chance got anything wrong, we'd be going on a wild goose chase. Don't worry, it matches with the real one. I have it perfectly memorized. If you say so. So the timestamps are very crucial to the case. From now on, let's all refer to the 24-hour clock to avoid confusion. Ugh, we're going over these again? Okay, fine. My brain will think about it. Alright, let's go over them one by one. Now, the most important ones are the ones between 1755 and 1942. Alright, 1958, Sora, Shinji, Yuki, and I found the body. We can ignore those. Wait, if these are the records for the whole day, Then does that mean that the first time anyone entered the ghost house today was at 1755? Correct. And somebody else followed 2 minutes after. KU5 is probably Setsuka. How can you tell by just the timestamps? Oh, I see. This ID had no out records. So this would be Setsuka who entered the ghost house and was murdered there. Exactly, in other words. The murder... Okay, I feel like she's lying to me right now. The murder couldn't have happened at any point before 1755, where the ghost house was first used by someone. Wait, but these 4 records at 1958 don't have out records as well. Wait. Oh yeah, they disabled the gate systems when the body's found. We laugh. I almost dropped the F-bomb on you. Good on you for avoiding it that time. Huh? Let's see. We can assume that the person who entered at 1755 is the culprit. They somehow managed to call Setsuka to the ghost house and entered before her. And probably ambushed her as soon as she entered. Yep, so the time of Setsuka's death would be between 1755 and 8 p.m. when the body was found. There was a long period of time before anyone else entered the ghost house and Setsuka entered. The culprit probably used this time to dismember Setsuka's body. Dismember? Just thinking about it. Wait, something felt a little off just now. We received a message from Setsuka right before the parade that she had some business to attend to. That was when she had gone to the ghost house to meet the culprit. Wait, something's wrong here. What? Shinji just reminded me by bringing up the chat room. If Setsuka was ambushed from entering the ghost house at 1755, then what's up with that message you sent long after that? Oh, the one you guys told me about? The devil or whatnot? That was around 20. 8 p.m. What is it? Nothing. I just couldn't help but marvel at your stupidity, Yoriko. What did you say? Didn't we just go over this? Who cares what the screen says about whoever sent the message? Obviously, the culprit stole the handbook from Setsuka and sent us that message. She's right. If you can use the fingerprints to turn on the handbooks, you can send as many fake messages as you like. Just like how Emma acted as Kokoro. But there's something else that's bothering me. If the culprit entered at 1755 and Setsuka at 1757, who is this person who entered at 1924 and left at 1936? Yeah, that's me. Kanade and Iroha should remember that, right? That was when we were searching for Setsuka in Block A. Right? More reasons why I don't like Kanade. I'm like, wait, no. First my Setsuka's injured, now you're going after my Yoriko. Oh, you're right, you've gone to the ghost house. Oh, wait, what? Shouldn't you have seen the culprit? What do you mean by that? I mean, think about it. The culprit, WN, entered at 1755 and left at 1942. If what Kanade said was true, she'd have stayed inside of the ghost house taking care of the body. She can't suspect her anymore, so now she takes whatever punch possible. I would not be surprised if later on this trial they tried blaming Yoriko. So that means the culprit was in there when you entered the ghost house. That's what I was wondering about, Nikkei. If Kanade's reasoning is true, then I should have seen the culprit. The ghost house had a blackout at that time, right? Maybe you missed them in the darkness. There's no way that could have happened. I searched every corner. And I don't think you can miss someone even in the dark who's cutting up a whole human body. Sora, are you sure you searched everywhere? Of course, I know it was dark, but... No, not then. After the body was found, when you were investigating. The lights were definitely on, so if you searched thoroughly, you should have seen that place, right? That place? Was there any room for the culprit to hide to take care of the body? Is she talking about that place in the entrance? That would be... the folding screen, yeah? Are you talking about the folding screen near the entrance? So you're suggesting that the culprit hid behind that? Exactly. I'm sure you've all seen it, but the trail of blood in the ghost house all originates from the large pool of blood behind the folding screen. The culprit moved the folding screen to the wall to create a small room between them. With the ghost house being dark, it'd be extremely difficult to figure out if there was someone behind it. So that's where the culprit was cutting up Setsuka? But there was a blackout at the ghost house. Could someone really perform such a delicate process in a dark room like that? That's not really a problem. Only 3 people, Setsuka, the culprit, and Sora, entered the ghost house. And all they had to do was finish the job before 1923 when Sora entered the ghost house. That would also explain the fireplace being put out. And it doesn't contradict with the parade schedule. Could someone sort this out for me? I have no idea what's going on. It's simple. The person who entered at 1755 and left at 1942, that person is the culprit. So we should ask for everyone's alibi at the time. The people who don't have an alibi would be... Well, I first have to exclude the people that watched the parade. The parade started at 1800 and ended a little over 1900 after all. And who are those people? Me, Yuki, Yoriko, Shinji, Kanade. So it's Kanade, right? She faked herself and she's talking way too much. I'm also just going to keep accusing her and Nikkei for everything. And Nikkei. Nikkei? I thought you said you're going to act alone. I was there for the article experience. I didn't expect them to be there. You're fine, you're fine. And don't try to divide us into separate teams. This is not time for personal feelings to get involved. Hey, you forgot me. Iroha, but you weren't with us at the parade. Well, she did meet up with us right after the parade had ended, so she does have an alibi. The culprit left the ghost house in 1942, so she couldn't have been the culprit. Thank goodness. So the ones who weren't there are Mikado, Teria, and Showby, and Sis. So the culprit's among those 4? You were saying before that there's English closed captions for this Danganronpa stage. Oh, good, good. Right, oh, I definitely want to watch that then. So the culprit is among those 4? Well then, we don't have to think about this. It's either Mikado or Showby. No, we have to think about this, bro. Please don't recklessly act by your emotions. What? Yuki? Did you call me reckless? You are... Right. You're right. I shouldn't act by my emotions. Alright, enough chit-chat over there. You 4. One by one, tell us what you were doing between 1755 and 1942. Mikado, Teria, Showby, and Hibiki? It's true that these 4 without any alibis are the most suspicious here. Let's hear what they have to say. My explanation? Heck no. What was her account? What were you 4 doing then? I was raising my MP in my room, okay. We're serious here, you scum. I was at the mart doing my item checkup. I don't have any proof though. Sis? Where were you all day? Oh, her account was Hibiki. That's right, that's right. I didn't go anywhere today. Lies! But at the same time, it could have just been Kanade dressed up as Hibiki. Alright, we're gonna save actually. Alright. Hibiki, wait. So you're telling me you didn't go anywhere today? Then how do you explain the existence of a witness seeing you enter the ghost house? Huh? Iroha says she saw you there, right, Iroha? Imagine she was sleepwalking? That would be some unluckiness to sleepwalk into a murder scene, into a crime scene. Couldn't even explain yourself. You're like, no, I swear I didn't mean to go there. I was just sleepwalking. And no one would believe that, right? Oh yeah, I saw her a little before 1800, as I was going to the Mirror Mansion after receiving a message from Setsuka. Wait, at 1755? That matches with the timestamp on the gate. That was when I saw her, I'm sure of it. Huh? Hibiki entered the ghost house in 1755? Are you sure about that? Uh-huh. It was definitely Hibiki. She wandered about until finally entering that place. What are you talking about? I never entered there. I never went there. She's crying. Perhaps Iraha mistook someone else for Hibiki. She is an idiot after all. Mikado! Mikado! I don't want to hear that from you. Her account does have some validity though. Look, she's even willing to blame her sister. Part of her account was already told to us by her even before the crime happened. That she was supposed to meet with Setsuka at the Mirror Mansion at 6. Considering both from a location and time standpoint, it does sound persuasive. Then, does this mean Hibiki's the culprit? Why am I the culprit? I'm not. I don't remember anything. I just can't recall anything. I'm scared. Suka, help me. Sis, wake up. Setsuka's not here anymore. I know I'm the one who caused this, but maybe we should think about this a little bit more. Hibiki's been tired ever since yesterday's motive reveal, and to make things worse, Setsuka's no longer with us to comfort her. I'm not saying that my account is false, but the trial just started. And I can't help but feel bad for Hibiki. Wow. You got a point, but you can't deceive the gate records. The crime did happen in the ghost house, and by the gate records, the person who entered at 1755 is the culprit. And Hibiki is that person. Hibiki, if you're really innocent, answer us. What were you doing at the time? I don't know. I can't remember. I just can't. My. It seems like you have a total ability on our hands. Well, I think we're pretty much done here. As Yuki said, the gate records are decisive evidence. She probably didn't expect her trials to be caught by the gate records. There's no doubt she's the culprit. But don't you think she's acting a bit weird if she's the culprit? Cry. Kanade, what do you think about this? She's your family. Do you think she's the culprit? To be honest, I figured this would happen since the investigation. What do you mean? Sis was always like that. The more she's cornered, the more she reverts back to her childlike manner. And if that was brought to its extreme, she loses her memory. What kind of nonsense is that? It's something that only I knew. When her puppy that she raised when she was young died. When her best friend was severely injured after falling down the stairs. When some of the Melody rhythm staff went missing. Oh my god. Has Kanade been, like, murdering anything that... She murders anything that Hibiki loves, and Hibiki loves Setsuka. And Setsuka's like, you know, big sis, and Kanade's all like, oh, hell no, I'm the only sis here. And so she murdered Setsuka in this brutal way to get back at Hibiki, maybe? And so the puppy she loves, she's like, oh no, you can't love this puppy more than me. And who else they said? Her best friend? Her best friend? Kanade's murdering everyone close to Hibiki to keep Hibiki to herself. That's my theory. Okay. So the Melody rhythm staff went missing. And so it repeats today as well. You all saw it, right? Sis being frozen like a lifeless puppet? I suspected this from her amnesiac state back in the trial entrance. I don't know anything. No, she's not. In other words, Hibiki did indeed murder Setsuka, but she herself doesn't recall it? That is a possibility. Doesn't this sound too unrealistic? It does sound like nonsense, but Hibiki's state ever since yesterday's motive reveal has been extremely unnatural. It might actually be true. Wait, Kanade, isn't that a contradiction? Hibiki being mentally unstable, killing the only person who is keeping her sane? It doesn't make sense. If Sis really is the culprit, then I might have an idea on why she killed Setsuka. And why is that? Each of Setsuka's body parts were laid on each pillar at the altar, right? Did anyone take a glance at the signpost in front of the altar? And Kanade apparently reads Chinese lettering. Sacrifice your most precious one, then the devil will be incarnated in front of you to grant your wishes. Or something along those lines. Yeah, you don't say. Yep, Setsuka was someone precious to Sis. She killed and butchered Setsuka, all to grant her wish. Yeah! What kind of nonsense is that? It's just a made-up gimmick of an attraction. You're telling me she actually believed that? She wasn't herself the moment she saw the motive video. She was an idiot to begin with, but she was driven to a state where she couldn't tell apart fiction from reality. Cry. What kind of wish could it have been if she wanted it so badly it cost her precious friend? Our parents had died. Oh my god! Did she kill her parents too? She's like, oh no, how dare you love your parents more than me, your twin sister, and she murdered the parents? What? I know it's because our motive videos have been the exact same. Oh, no, never mind. Our parents have been ambushed and killed. That was our motive video. So, yours was like mine? Then Hibiki wanted to save her parents? Hibiki, in her weakened mind, might have tried to grant her wish through sacrificing Setsuka? A precious friend? The trial hasn't ended yet, nor has the culprit been confirmed, but I at least know what my sister is like, and this is all based on that. Whatever happened, the fact that my sis is the most suspicious person one hears is inevitably true. Cry louder. I want to go home. I've had enough. Mom, Dad, Suka, help me. I don't want this. Right? Like, not wanting to be in the situation, but if I was in the situation with my little sister, I am defending my little sister to all hell and back. Even though, you know, there's a probability that she could have done it. Like, I ain't throwing her to the bus 3 seconds into the trial. Ah, she broke down. Kanade, do something. We can't do anything right now if she's like that. Try to console her like you usually do. Ah, it's useless. Nothing but calms us down now. At this point, it's almost been confirmed that she's the culprit. Yeah, how can you be so calm about this? She's your family. I mean, I can't help it. She tried to survive and escape this place alone. Poor little sis. I feel so bad for you. Dear God, that face. So adorable. Alright. Everyone can see this face, right? Like, bad? Yeah, thank you. Hibiki, don't just cry over there and say something. Did you really kill Setsuka? Try to remember. Oh, I want to go home. Yoriko, I'll try to talk to her. Right? It's like, who's the worst sister? Junko or Kanade? Oh my gosh, she's still like that. Sora, is Hibiki really the culprit? Even if the gate records are decisive evidence, is it enough to decide the culprit on its own? If she really is a culprit, there must be something more than this. I should present that to her, memoryless or not, so that a truth that everyone can accept will surface. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wait, are we on this thing already? What the heck? I mean, I know it's not the end because everyone told me it's gonna be a long trial. Right. Oh, but this is a cute little picture of her, though. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, blue. Oh my god, there's so many! What the heck? I'm not prepared for this. Okay. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I am. This is why I need Setsuka's skill. I don't think I will have enough points. How am I losing? She's just crying in real life or in the trial right now. I can't be losing to that. Okay. We're not dead. Okay, no. Oh my god, child, stop crying. Please stop crying. I am losing so much health so fast. I know. Look at what she's crying on the screen. Okay, she cried. She cried so much. That's fine. This is fine. Okay, all right, fine. Fine, you little crybaby little child. Yeah. Got it. It's the blue ones that are really getting me here. Sorry, I'm not talking. I am paying attention. Okay, doing better. Was doing better. Okay. Child, you're not helping me, like, wanting to defend you. Sorry. I don't like being quiet during streams. But I'm trying to pay attention. Oh my god, please, just let me win this. Dead. Did it. Okay, cool. Oh, no, hairpin dropped at the... No! I was there! I just ran too slow. Okay, this hairpin dropped at the ghost house. Hairpin dropped... Wait. What? It's not dropped? dropped hairpin at the ghost house. Okay. Dear goodness. I feel like both sentences like that were both grammatically correct. Okay. D. That's fine. Past it. We're okay. Save the game. I don't want to do that again. Meat on the bone. Hibiki, there's decisive evidence that you went to the ghost house when the announcement for the class trial was made. It's okay. I was Sarah. I was like, Setsuka could lend us a limb if we were out. I found and returned your hairpin that was dropped on the ground. You're not gonna say you don't remember that as well, do you? Eh? What are you talking about, Sora? Hibiki's hairpin was dropped on the ground at the altar. At that time, I didn't think much of it and returned it to her immediately. Wait, what? Sora? You found his hairpin at the ghost house? Oh, I see. Sora's the one who tied Hibiki's hair back up during the investigation. Wait, that's crucial evidence. Why didn't you mention this before? I didn't think she'd be the culprit at the time. And I just thought she had dropped it somehow right then and there. Hibiki's hair was untied when Setsuka's body was found, right? But when Hibiki I saw entering the ghost house in 1755, she had her hair tied up. So that would mean that she got her hair untied doing some business in the ghost house? Wait, but how could she have not noticed her hair being untied? Alright, bye, later! And this all feels too forced for the culprit to leave her belongings so easily at the crime scene. Too forced? Are you trying to imply someone might have framed Hibiki? I agree the result is a bit sloppy. There's too many unanswered questions. But forced or not, there's an undeniable truth here. That this hairpin was dropped at some point in the ghost house. And that my sister had entered the ghost house today. Memoryless or not, she had definitely entered the place. But according to the gate records, excluding Setsuka and Sora, there's only one person who entered the ghost house, and that person is the culprit. Thanks to Iroha's account, we have proved that Sis entered the ghost house. The hairpin evidence confirms this. That is quite undeniable indeed. I don't know. I don't remember anything. Anyone, please help. Right, Kanade's here for me. Kanade, help me. I only have Kanade. Kanade's always by my side. Kanade, help me. Wake up, Hibiki. No one's on your side right now. Huh? There's no mom or dad, no Suka or whatever. There's nobody to help you right now. Stop being such a crybaby and admit it. There's too much evidence pointing to you as the culprit. Kanade? I don't want to do this either, sis. But with the hairpin and everything, even I can't cover for you anymore. Hey, Iron Man, welcome in. You killed Setsuka. I killed Suka? Why? Did I really? By those words, are you admitting that you did it? If what Kanade said is true, Hibiki should have no memory of that. That is why she's acting like this. If we could explain what happened in this case with reason, maybe she'd remember her crimes and admit to it. Wait, but if that's true, then Hibiki herself doesn't even know what she did. Can we really vote someone with that much of certainty? A class trial should be run with the given evidence as the basis. If the suspect pointed by evidence logically refutes, and there's no contradiction in that, we would need to find another possibility. But Sis didn't refute anything. There's really no evidence to prove her innocence either. I might have killed her? Eh? I don't have any memory ever since this morning. Maybe with the motive and all, I might have killed Suka like Kanade said. Oh no. Hey sis? I guess this is the end, right? She's trying to gaslight her sister. Yeah! Well, this feels like it ended too quickly. To do such horrible things to Setsuka only to get caught this easily just by the gate records? Oh, well, Kanade is smart after all. She did single-handedly solve the last trial as well. Well, this was easier than I expected. Why'd you do it, sis? Why'd you kill someone? Was it really because you wanted to grant some wish? Oh, Kanade, what should I do? I'm scared. I can't remember anything. Am I gonna die? Is this really the end? From the investigation, I expected this case to be much tougher, but she got caught already? I feel like I should object. But there's too much evidence backing her into a corner that I don't know what to say. Is it already over? Oh, wait, we should think about this once more. I think Hibiki's the culprit. I just want to get out of this place. This is too much. I don't know about that. I do agree that Hibiki is almost certainly the culprit. But this ended too abruptly. Well, well. It seems like you're unsure about this. I'll ask you once more. Have you chosen Hibiki as the culprit? Can I take this silence as a yes? Well, what are we to do then? Hibiki yourself admitted it. I don't know what to do anymore. Let's just end this. Very well. I feel as exhausted as you do, but I guess this is one way to end this. Now then, everyone vote for the culprit, the switch in front of you. Will that answer be the truth or not? Now. Yeah, I'm like, Showby, come on. Other brain cell man, you got this. Unbelievable. How the hell did you guys even survive 2 of these? Shut up and listen to me. I'm running this trial now. I need more than 9 lives if I left this up to you. See a cat? Nope, it's fine. Alright. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to dodge those. I'm not reading this at all whatsoever. Okay, Poolgate records? Hidden near flower bed? Oh, no, I didn't mean to click! I didn't mean to click, but I was right. Hooray! Go me, I guess. Now I can see that his tie is tucked into his pocket. So he doesn't get caught, you know, in something, I guess. Huh? What is up with you? Always carried by us and now you're suddenly here to run things? Careful, he might be trying to distract us. The pool gate records. Sora? Wait, the reason we focus on the ghost house is because Setsuka's dead body was found there. And the gate records had an ID without an out record, right? So? There's another attraction that has an ID that has no out records. Eh? Really? It's the pool. Everyone, please look at this. These are the pool gate records for today that I've taken notes of. Huh? You're right. The person who entered at 1724, NU3, has no out records. What's going on? That's weird. There was no one there when I went there. Okay, so the person that entered at 1910 and left at 1915 was you when we were searching for Setsuka, right? Yeah. I went straight to the pool as soon as I entered Block C. But according to his records, shouldn't there have been someone when I investigated there? But I don't remember seeing anybody. Well, there was an ID without an out record. At the ghost house, even when I didn't find anyone at the ghost house, you remember? There could have been a hidden space in the pool, like the ghost house, or... Anyway, it's true that the pool also has an ID without an out record. This is something we shouldn't gloss over. Sorry. I knew it was suspicious, but Hibiki's reaction was so convincing that I... Huh, so you knew about this. Have you lost your mind? You knew this and you let these culprits choose that brat as the culprit? I could say the same about you. Why are you suddenly helping us? She's right. You always made fun of us. You know, I'm a guy who tries to live his life as efficiently as possible. I can't allow any damages or loss of resources with every action. If a problem can be solved without my effort, why even bother? But look what happened here when I left this in your hands. You're about to fail a trial and it was going to cost me my life. All my efficient philosophies are worthless when I'm dead, right? My own life is more important than any. So what? How can we believe you? Shinji, wait. Let's just let him do whatever he wants to do. Are you sure we'll be alright? Showby is the literal definition of self-centered. He only cares about himself. For him to act like this probably means that we're wrong. To be honest, I felt that something was wrong even before Showby brought it up. Showby? By us failing the trial, are you implying that Hibiki's not actually the culprit? Oh, of course. Why the hell would I be talking like this if I wasn't? Be grateful. You were all just saved from certain doom. But don't worry, you can all pay up big time after this is over. What's with that attitude? You think you're smart? Kanade is so much smarter than you. And the smartest girl here didn't even check the gate records of the other attractions? You're more fucked than I thought. The pool gate records? Of course I checked them. And yet you didn't object to all this? Whether the pool has an out record or not, the body was still found in the ghost house. Isn't it natural procedure to focus on the crime scene where the body was found? That reminds me. What? I'm sorry for interrupting, but I mentioned to Sora, right? That the pool today was closed during the daytime. Does that have anything to do with... What do you mean by that, bro? Oh, well, around 12 in the daytime or so, I went to the pool to take a break and work myself out. But it was sanitation time, so I just ended up coming back empty-handed. Pool sanitation time? There was a small sign in front of it. It said not to enter, and if you did, you'd be punished by the school rules. Wait, I never heard about that. I guess I forgot to mention this, but the pool in Satsuki Land goes into sanitation once every week. During all this time, all the water in the pool is drained, and there are lots of chemicals involved. So we keep everyone out. If I don't mention the violating the rule part, someone might just barge in and get in danger. Well, I guess someone risked their lives to enter here. Did I play Danganronpa Chapter If? I did not play that. I know that's the Mukuro one, right? Where she has a crush on Makoto. Yeah, I heard it wasn't canon, like, at all. So I don't think I actually did play it. Well, I guess I would risk their lives to enter there. But that's most confusing. I recall that today was not the day for pool sanitation. I shouldn't say this. A teacher should stay out of the class trial. What? So that means there's a picket even though it wasn't pool sanitation time? Now do you get it? That was put there by the culprit. Why do such a thing? Simple. They had some very important business in the pool that required nobody coming in. In other words, Setsuka didn't die at the ghost house. Oh, Danganronpa Another chapter? Oh. What? And that was a 6.5. Oh. Did I miss a lot of things for the last game? I guess I'm going to go back and look that up. Setsuka didn't die at the ghost house, but rather at the pool. Is that what you're trying to say, Showby? Yeah, you're all wrong. And that girl's been spouting nonsense. Showby, wait. I understand that the pool had an ID without an out record. But that alone doesn't disprove that the ghost house isn't a possible place where Setsuka died. What do you mean? He's saying that Setsuka could have died in either places. But Setsuka couldn't have been in two different places at the same time. Well, I mean, Setsuka's in pieces. Setsuka absolutely could have been in two different places at the same time. Shut up. I'm going to explain why the murder couldn't have happened inside the ghost house. Dude, pull up the gate records of the ghost house again. Don't order me around, though I'll show you the records. So, it's like you restart the game, but Yuki has an item that essentially ends the game before the first murder. Oh, okay. That must have been one of the little things at the end where I didn't check out. Okay, so I gotta go check out those things. Thank you. So by your little theory, the person who went out at 1757 is Setsuka, right? Because only that ID has no out record. And the WN, whatever, who went out at 1755 and left at 1942 is the culprit. So that would mean at least until 1757, Setsuka was alive. The culprit left at 1942, so she had at most 1 hour and 45 minutes to do everything she needed to do. Well, what about that? Idiots. You think that time is enough to chop up someone like that? Well, we never tried it ourselves, so... Let me tell you ignorant brat something. It's impossible. You need at least 1 more hour. I mean, the gate records put it at the first names of anyone in the trial right now. Especially with a case like this. What do you mean? I looked into the corpse. The edges were trimmed off extremely clean. They didn't just cut it, they stitched it up so that the insides wouldn't flow out. Whatever this is, it wasn't their first try. It's a work of a pro amongst pros, I'd say. Ugh, isn't there such a disgusting professional amongst us? If there was, it'd be you. You're a criminal, right? You even stabbed Sora without hesitation the first day here. Well, I guess I could do it, but that's all the more reason I can guarantee this. There's no way someone can manage such a task in less than 2 hours, even for a professional. If anyone else said that, it would have sounded like nonsense. But coming from Showby, a criminal on active duty, my, do you know how to persuade someone? Well, I entirely agree with you. It should be tough enough. It should be tough with just the dismemberment, but the crime doesn't end there. The culprit needs to carefully put each body part on the pillar, create some room behind the folding screens, and in case someone enters, turn off all the sources of light. And in fact, Sora did enter there. And turning off the lights is the final step. You can't dismember a body under no light. Since it's impossible to predict whoever will enter, they will need to be given a lot of time before they finally turn off the lights. But doing all that in 1 hour and 45 minutes? Well, does it look possible now? It certainly does feel impossible, even excluding the dismemberment. And most importantly, blood traces were found, but no pieces of flesh were found in the ghost house. They could have somehow taken the flesh parts. Hello? Have you been listening with only half an ear? I said she had to take care of the insides. There needs to be cut off flesh ends lying somewhere around, which the ghost house didn't have. Now, if it was a pool, you'd hear the flesh and blood by just drowning them in the drain. If the killer didn't cut the body in the ghost house, then what was up with all the blood? Right. I thought it'd be natural to have that much blood lying around if Setsuka's body was cut off in that place. If the killing didn't happen in the ghost house, then as Yoroko said, it wouldn't make sense for there to be trails of blood there. Considering its large quantity, it would be wrong to assume that it would be split blood from moving the body around. So that blood is the blood packs. And that is... Wait. Where's my evidence of blood packs? Oh, that was Teria. Thank you. The blood packs. Maybe the blood isn't from Setsuka, but from the blood packs in the infirmary. The blood packs in the infirmary? But we don't have any proof that anybody used them. Wait, I know. I saw them disappear. I told Sora, right? All the blood packs had disappeared just this morning. Yeah. Because of Teria's account, this is sure a possibility. Wait. You even checked the infirmary items? I believed that this was something only I could do, so I was going to try and cover as much ground as possible. Teria, if you had noticed the blood packs being taken, you should have told us that. Do you really not trust us that much? Huh? Wait, did something happen between you guys? No. What do you think, Showby? What do you mean, what do I think? Of course that's what happened. Oh no, she has a little... Her ex is like a pool sticks in the balls. Aww. Though I didn't expect there to be a freak here that keeps record of all that. Hey, there's a bunch of empty blood packs thrown away near the ghost house. Hey, welcome in and welcome back. All the blood in the ghost house is fake. A small performance by the culprit. But why go through the hassle of... To divert our attention to the ghost house. And sure enough, we were all focused on the ghost house until Showby stood up. Like Showby said, even when we went over last time, and about the fact that the place the body was found isn't necessarily the place the person was killed. The shock factor of the scenery of the ghost house was enough for us to gloss over that. If they had put that much effort into the ghost house, to make us think the ghost house is where Setsuka was killed, that means that the actual crime happened at the pool, not the ghost house. Uh-huh. It was a trick by the culprit to make you not even think twice about any other place in the ghost house. But to use all those blood packs? What if someone needed a blood transfer or something? There's no need to worry about that. I'll make sure to replenish the stock after the trial. There's more? Well, the amount of blood used is a lot less than the actual amount of blood packs taken. You call that a lot less? Let's just leave that at that for now. Maybe they miscalculated the amount of blood they needed. The important part is that the crime happened at the pool. You all got that part, right? Well, the only attractions that had IDs with no out records were the ghost house and the pool. And we just discussed the fact that the ghost house couldn't have been the place where Setsuka died. You guys had something called brains, maybe I wouldn't be doing this much work. When did Showby become the MVP of this trial? That thing is smart after all. Probably even more so than Kanade. It's so unfortunate it only uses it for selfish gains. I think Kanade's gonna freak out. Crazy yelling, screaming. Kanade, what's wrong? I've been listening to you all this time, but you're quite the comedian, aren't you? All these contradictions, yet you stick to your delusions. Oh my god, our faces. Well, sure. Let's just assume that the ghost house wasn't the place where Setsuka died. Then what about the pool? Are you saying the pool is a possible place? Is it not? Sora, the pool gate records. What? The pool gate records. Show them to me. Actually, never mind. Oh no, okay. Alright. We can ignore the last two records made by Yoriko when we were searching for Setsuka. Let's take a look at the ones before them. Whether it's the pool or the ghost house, there is an ID without an out record, and that's Setsuka. We're all on the same page about that, right? Then Setsuka's ID should be the one that entered at 1724 and U3. Yeah? If you look at the gate records, two IDs entered at 844 and 845, and left at 922 and 954 respectively. In other words, there was no one at the pool between 954 till 1254. And we only have one suspect left, CN9, who entered at 1254. He prefers Hibiki over Kanade? I feel like most people would, right? No, I mean, she's kind of crazy. It's funny. If Setsuka died at the pool, the person in this ID must be the culprit, right? I guess so. What about it? Showby said the ghost house wasn't a possible suspect, as there wasn't enough time for the culprit. But our suspect at the pool, CN9, left only 1 minute after Setsuka had entered. Wait, what? ... Oh, now a quote from your own words, Showby. Idiots! You think that's enough time to chop up someone like that? About 2 hours, maybe 1 minute. Even if Setsuka died immediately upon entering, it would be impossible. But by that logic, it's impossible for both the ghost house and the pool to be the crime scene. Wait, even if the pool is where Setsuka died, we found the body at the ghost house. Couldn't they just kill Setsuka at 1724 and immediately leave with the body? I see, after all, what do gates matter to a dead body? So you're saying the culprit somehow took care of the crime scene at the pool and left at 1754 carrying Setsuka's dead body to the ghost house. If the pool is the place, then this is the only way the culprit could have. I'm sorry to inform you, but that is also impossible. How come? The pool is Block C while the ghost house is at Block A. They're on completely opposite sides of the park. Do you think anyone could walk that distance without being caught? Carrying a dead body of all things? By your theory, the culprit needed to leave immediately after killing Setsuka, leaving no time for cutting up the body. They were back at the start. Even if you somehow cheesed it and made it to the ghost house, it'll be too late to start the dismemberment then. Then what? Where did Setsuka die and how'd she end up like that? This seems theoretically impossible. Even before Kanade started doing this, she had a sneaky suspicion she was crazy since she was left Yeah, yeah. I mean, we do kind of love the crazy ones, right? Well, like, oh man, what a good trial you gave us. We love you. This seems theoretically impossible. Do not get spoiled. I'm doing my best. So far, I have not got any spoilers. Well, I admit that my first theory was debunked by Showby. That means you have to start from square one. Nah, no need for that. The crime is still possible, even if we assume that Setsuka died in the pool. Wait, really? What nonsense are you on about? There's a clear contradiction here. Yeah, bullshit. It's all possible there's an accomplice. An accomplice? Showby, you might not know how this works since you're always sleeping, but accomplices cannot exist. Even if there's an accomplice who helped the real culprit, only one person can win and escape. There are no benefits to becoming an accomplice. Just shut up and just listen to me. Imagine if Hibiki died? Kanade. Yeah, I feel like Kanade wouldn't... If someone murdered Hibiki, I feel like Kanade wouldn't wait for a trial, and Kanade would just, like, murder us all. Well, the older system of twins that you guys suspected? Yeah, she's definitely not the Blackened. That's for sure. But she didn't enter the ghost house and left the hairpin there. So it's hard to say that she's unrelated to this case. So you're saying that my sis is an accomplice? Wait, what's that supposed to mean? You said it yourself, you don't have a memory. And you lose memory when you're in a pinch. An accomplice who helped the crime but lost the memory of doing so. Don't you think it's too good of an opportunity to miss? What are you trying to say? By my theory, the real culprit used their twin sister in their own crimes. Give her a big mental shock or two, then use her as an accomplice. Once the deed is done, her memory will disappear, concealing the existence of an accomplice. Wait, Showby, that raises some questions. If that's true, then the culprit needs to know the fact that Hibiki loses her memory and she receives a mental shock. Well, duh. That's why the person who knows that is the real culprit. Someone who knew about Hibiki's secret used her as an accomplice? But the only person who knew that fact was... I mean, I guess technically you would know, right? I feel like you know everything. Also the fact that she was like, oh man, I know how these medical supplies smell. Like, that was like thing one for me. And they're like, oh man, she's definitely not the sane one. You mentioned that there was the Trigger Happy Havoc 2 and DR3 future version. Yeah, you did tell me that. That's exciting. I really want to see how they would do that on stage. The only person who already knew Hibiki's tendency to lose her memories is you, Kanade. Ironic, ain't it? You're the one who revealed that fact. Congrats, you scored your own goal. Kanade, she's the one who did it. Wait a minute, Kanade's a culprit? Oh, what, you got a problem with that? Well, not exactly, but she helped us throughout the last trial as well. By that logic, Emma also helped out during Yuri's case as well. Wait, not everything's been confirmed yet. And we can't be sure whether there was an accomplice or not. Showby, why do you think that these two are the culprits? I mean, I know I did the trial by myself because we were about to die if I didn't. But even so, you sure keep your brains only as a decoration, don't you? I know, I want Kanade to snap. I want her to go full, like, gonna murder a snap. The reason why Showby is fixed on Kanade being the culprit. Let's listen to what he has to say. Alright, let's do it! Missing abdomen. Well, there's a lot of reasons to suspect. Well, the first was the state of the corpse. See the corpse? The dismembered corpse, you mean? What do you think was the cause of the death? I thought it was dismemberment. We don't know much about that yet, bro. The files don't mention the cause of death. The file says something sharp was used as a murder weapon. So perhaps she was stabbed by a knife and then dismembered? Then she'd have some traces of being stabbed on her body. Was there none? Every body part was checked. Yeah, no, Showby saved us. Thank you, Showby. Wait, Nikkei, did you say we searched through every body part? Well, yeah, it was hard for my eyes to do it, but we managed to. What you just said reminded me. It seems like every part was carefully laid on the altar, but that's not the truth. One part, to be precise, the abdomen, was missing. Oh my gosh! Okay, hold on. So, was Setsuka cut in half somehow? Or killed, I don't know. And then, both the twins worked on dismembering parts of the body in different locations? And also, geez, why? Why am I Setsuka? One part, to be precise, the abdomen was missing, right, Showby? What are you asking me for? But the girl's right. The body's missing from the hip up to the part below the chest. It was also written in the monochrome file as well, if I recall correctly. The area around the stomach was missing. Wait, the fact that they deliberately got rid of that part, that must mean there was some clue in the abdomen area. Maybe they stabbed her there. They might have tried to hide the cause of death. But why? I doubt there was a reason important enough for them to hide that. There was, actually. And what's that? You might not know this, but the stabbing mark on a body is different depending on the hand that you use. To be short, you could determine the stabber is right-handed or left-handed using the marks. Like why? Like why? I love her. Really? But what does that to do with hiding the cause of death? They say that only 10% of all people are left-handed. The majority are right-handed. And I reckon that this might be a likely situation amongst us as well. Now, what if the... God, Inori's death was brutal. Chapter 3s are brutal, man. Now, if that mark indicated that a left-handed person had stabbed the missing abdomen, you're suggesting the culprit is left-handed. Kanade, I'm asking this just in case, but what hand do you usually use? Why'd she lie? She could have lied. My left hand. Bingo. That was amazing. You thought all that just from a missing abdomen? How in the world does your thought process work? There is one thing I'd like to ask Showby. How did you know that Kanade was left-handed? Oh, because she plays guitar. You just suspect her based on the fact that the culprit was left-handed, right? That girl does some performance thing on the second island, right? In front of the shrine. The guitar she used was left-handed. Wow, shocked by Inori's death, huh? You remember that from a long time ago? Wait, maybe all this time were you just pretending that you weren't interested in us, but in reality you were? Don't make me laugh. You might be under the impression that you finally solved the case with your incredible intellect. But we're talking about lefties. There are plenty of people here who are left-handed besides me. Like Iroha. I don't think Hibiki knows what... Yeah, you're right. Okay, so thankfully they may not have separated the body in half to dismember them at equal times to quickly dismember a body. Wait, me? How'd you know that I was left-handed? Wait, that doesn't matter right now. You always grip your pen with your left hand, right? How could anyone miss something that simple? And Showby, you still haven't solved the contradiction of the gate records. You need to move the body from the pool to the ghost house in Block A somehow. Even with the inclusion of an accomplice in crime, that is still impossible. I'm so sorry, Misty, but that ain't quite the case. Huh? Did you really think that I suspect you just from the stabbing marks? This is just a conviction. It's not like the abdomen was actually found and I had material proof of the stab wounds. about both love characters from both these games. I won't say too spoilers. Dex, you think Lawyer and Inori had the most brutal deaths in Setsuka? Yeah, I definitely say Inori, and I guess depends on if Setsuka suffered or not. Because Inori suffered. Like, she got electrocuted. Like, that wasn't like a, oh no, she got, you know, bunked over the head, I was unconscious and didn't feel anything, like, you know, a lot of Danganronpa games do. Like, yeah, I think Inori is most brutal for death, and then Setsuka's most... Again, I'm hoping she got dismembered after death. I mean, being dismembered and decapitated, you know, causes death, but... Yeah. Yeah. I just tried to come up with the reason why the culprit had to go through the hassle of getting rid of that part. And how do you solve the contradiction of the gate records? I'll go over them now. What do you think was the actual reason this contradiction occurred from both the ghost house and the pool in the first place? Well, an alive person must have used their handbooks in order to go through the gate. But since Setsuka couldn't do that as she was dead, only the inn records will get recorded. So we rule out the... Oh, no, wait, but also, what's her face? Kokoro. She froze to death slowly. Like... No, like, Okay, tie between Inori and Kokoro so far. Mitch was the only killer that killed his victim instantly so far. Right, because Tamori didn't die. Yeah, but Tori was kind of mean. I can't feel that bad. As terrible as that sounds. Inori was, you know, pure sunshine, who got murdered horribly. Oh my gosh, everyone suffered. Because, oh my god, yeah, because Haruhiko, his hand got blown off. Now I'm sad for everybody again. So we ruled the place without any suspicious out records. Only the pool and the ghost house were left. Think about that once more. I already fear for Shinji for next chapter. I think he's gonna die in a fire trying to rescue us or somebody else. Think about that once more. Only a virtual ID gets saved in the gate records, right? You all assumed that the ID was Setsuka's just because it had no out records. Danganronpa Another 1 actually has a book character, died in chapter 3 where his neck had the flesh rip. Ugh! Oh, wait. There's a buff character, died in chapter 3 was... So what? Just tell us already. Hasty, eh? To simply put, all the gate records and attractions can be manipulated, so they're pointless and we don't have to memorize them anymore. Yeah? What? Wait. The gates already require you to use your handbooks to enter or leave. How in the world will you manipulate that? Who said anything about using your own handbooks? Monochrome never once mentioned that you have to use your own handbook. He simply said you need to use a handbook. Then that means... Yup, you can use a handbook of another person to go through the gates. Don't lie to us. How does that make any sense? Well, it does. I tried it. Oh, so back when we first arrived on the third island. Oh, perfect timing. One of you, I don't care who, just give me your handbook for a second. Showby? Okay, so you remember that. Skips to it. Yeah, he borrowed hers. And it's like, yeah, it worked. So the reason he took Iroha's handbook was to try that out then. Who do I think had the most brutal death in the canon games, not including executions? Okay, well let's go through them all real quick, right? Sayaka, whatever. Chihiro's made me sad, but again, it was quick, right? Just a quick bunk on the head with a weight. Chapter 3, more bunkins on the head. Sakura, poison, fine. Mukuro did get the stabby things. That's gotta suck. Okay, so first game, definitely Mukuro. The gun spears, like where she gets skewered. That's terrible. Mukuro? When I say something wrong? Oh my god, I said Mukuro, didn't I? Mukuro. Yeah. Her definitely for 1. 2. Well, this is... Technically, I guess it would be Nekomaru's if that was on, like, you know, a non-robot person. That would suck. Oh wait, no, Nagito! Obviously! Nagito! Like, he did everything to himself. It's his own damn fault, but it was very brutal still. I was very upset. I was like, oh no. Yeah, it would. It would hurt, like a hell of a lot. And then V3. I don't know who's V. Okay, hold on. Taro, bonk on the head, should be fine. Not should be fine, but like, bonk on the head. Chapter 2. Oh, Ryoma drowned. Drowning, definitely for Ryoma, for V3. Okay, yeah, those are my answers. Yeah. Everyone, do you know what this means? It means that our basis of the gate records was wrong from the start. But none of those compare to all these fan games. Your fanmate deaths are messed up? Head and acid? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is a bit violent. It means that our basis of the gate records was wrong from the start. You have a cast of 20 in your fan game? Wow. That's a lot of characters to keep track of. Good job. But even if what Showby said is true, it only became harder or even impossible for us to identify who was who. Ryoma was one of the worst because I saw a thing that's... Yeah, no. But I know... I didn't watch it because I'm like, like, I'm gonna not feel good if I watch it, but I know there's a drowning simulator quote game. I know Markiplier played it, and I'm like, yeah, no thank you. I don't need to simulate that. That does not sound at all like a good fun time. Nope. If you assume that the gate records were rigged and reverse the thinking process, the case begins to unfold. My theory is this. Setsuka died at the pool, and the time of death is probably around this morning. In the morning? Give me the records again. I'll go over them one by one for you. Do we have to? I believe you. As you said, Setsuka went to somewhere by the culprit's request, and that was the pool. Got that? If you look at the pool records, Setsuka's ID is probably IS3. Nagito's death actually incorporate all the... Yeah. Jeez. Because, you know, he goes all out for everything. Yeah, he can win. He can win for most, like, Sir, this is excessive. Your death is a little much. But it was a very cool trial. If you look at the Poolgate record, Setsuka's ID is probably IS3. Okay. Who went in at 8:45? DJ6, or should I say, Kanade over there, entered 1 minute ahead of her. But that would mean Ms. Little Sis left at 9:22. Only 40 minutes is fair. And that's where the accomplice comes into play. I called up the twin sis as an accomplice, right? 9:22 is exactly when she entered the pool, using the handbook of her little sis. Oh, what's going on right now? I don't understand. Yeah, me neither. Oh, I see. Kanade has her sister, who was waiting outside the handbook from inside. The gates only check if a human being passes through them, so objects do not matter. The little shit was shown the corpse by the slightly littler shit. And just as we were told, she receives a mental shock and loses her sanity, becoming the best crime tool ever, an accomplice that loses her memory. Oh yeah, same. Nagito's trial is definitely my favorite. After that, the littler shit left the swimming pool at 9:54, setting up a pool sign so that no one will enter. Wait, what? I thought the out record at 9:54 was IS-3. Isn't that Setsuka? According to his theory, she would have already died at this point. Now it's been confirmed that you can use a handbook that belongs to another. That would have been Hibiki using Setsuka's handbook. If only Setsuka was here, she would draw up a cute diagram to explain the gate record. She would. Oh. What about after that? The littler shit came back at 12:54, carrying the tools needed to dismember the corpse. She used her own handbook around this time. After spending about 5 hours cutting up the body, they both left at 17:24 and 17:25 with the body pieces. They probably got rid of the sign at that point. The little shit throws the sign over the gate at 17:24. Oh my gosh, Showby, stop. And the little shit puts the sign back in the swimming pool and leaves at 17:25. It's as simple as that. Her killer does? Slash then hot ran over first killer. Stab and shot with arrows and stab with a sword. Stab and turn into a human cake? Oh jeez. Punch kick everywhere, then burned, and fifth electrocuted? Yeesh. I was like, yeah, that class is not having a good time, are they? Here they can use their own handbooks at this time. Now, what do you think will be the end result of the gate records if we follow these steps? The end result? Well... Oh! Hibiki used Kanade's handbook when entering the pool, right? And since Kanade's ID already had an in record, it would show an out record. So when Hibiki left the gates, the resulting output would have an in record. You know, if I was in this trial, I would just be sitting there going, no idea what's happening, but good job everyone, thumbs up. I see. So that's how the pool had an ID without an out record. If we apply Showby's theory, the actual reality of the pool gate records would be like this. 8:44 and 8:45, those two records would be from Kanade and Setsuka respectively. Out record at 9:22 was Hibiki using Kanade's handbook to enter the pool. The out record at 9:54 is Kanade using Setsuka's handbook to leave. Oh my god, I'm so glad I have Iraha's thing, because the comic book strip for this is going to be so annoying, isn't it? And she entered with her own handbook with the tools at 12:54. Finally, after she dismembered the body, both she and Hibiki left at 17:25 and 17:24 respectively. Here, even though Hibiki was already inside the pool, this is the first time she used her handbook on the gate, which resulted in an in-output. Thus, the ID without an out record, NU3, was not Setsuka but actually Hibiki. Hey, cute little drawings! Okay, goodness, I would not remember this. This is what it's like being Iraha, right? It's getting complicated. Should you give me a simpler explanation? Sora's explanation was simple enough? Couldn't you understand that? Well, she is an idiot after all. Wait. I get you're assuming that the culprit used the time between 12:54 and 17:24 to dismember the body. You would need ample time after all. But it took 3 hours for the culprit to return to the pool from 9:54 to 12:54. And do you think that it would take 3 hours for me, the culprit according to your theory, just to find the dismemberment tools? Who cares? The signpost would have kept anyone out of the pool anyway. You had loads of time to spare. And your cast, you have two protagonists, a male and a female, that have a crush on each other? Oh, well, they're gonna suffer, aren't they? Okay, Iraha, you said you saw Hibiki enter the ghost house a bit before 1800, right? That must have been about 1755 when they arrived from the swimming pool. It must have been that the twins moved the corpse to the ghost house. And each chapter has a new master of the floor. Oh, neat! Like in Your Turn to Die, they have like little floor masters. After all, the body was actually found there. But how? Come again? I told you this before. How would you move from Block C to Block A without getting caught? The only thing Showby deduced is how the gate records can be explained. And how the murder could have happened in the pool. Even he doesn't know how the body was moved, right? Well, I mean, she has a point. The corpse had the head, body, both arms, hands, legs, and the feet. 10 pieces altogether. How could you manage to move them without getting caught? Sorry. The first ever record of someone entering the ghost house was 1755. Since we have Ear as a witness, we can surely say that Hibiki who entered at the time. But by Showby's theory, the culprit left the pool at 1755, leaving only 30 minutes to move the body to the ghost house. But now that we know it's a accomplice, it would take half the time and effort to move all the body pieces, right? 1 second. Okay. So each carries 5 total pieces. Do you really think that's possible? I'm sorry. Maybe they have some sort of bag that had the corpse inside. You know, the ones in movies and manga. A corpse bag. And what if one finds you? How are you gonna explain it to them, huh? What if they open the bag or something? That really is a main problem. Forget the time constraints. You need to stealthily move the body without getting caught. Ah, I just thought of an incredible solution. What is it, Nikkei? Hey, do you remember when I was talking about my Fangame? That was... Yeah, I remember. The monorail. We have the monorail that goes around each department in Satsuki Land. If they use that, it would take about 5 minutes from each department to department, and it's a plus. You wouldn't be seen. Oh, that's right. Ace Ultimate Model Brooklyn, Ultimate Ice Skater. Okay, does the Ice Skater have an execution? Because an Ice Skater's execution would be so cool. The monorail. Sure, you can use the monorail to move without being seen to save time as well. But is it really possible for the culprit to use the monorails? You finished writing chapter 4 already? Wow, nice! Monorail. Nikki, I'm afraid it's impossible. And you finished all your chapters? I'll just say one thing about it, deadly coffee. How come? It's definitely a possibility. Well, nice. This is gonna be... It's gonna be 6 chapters? Like the games? And good job, Hibiki. You finished all of your chapters? I swear, I just put down like ideas, because, you know, it's fun to like have ideas, but I've written 0 things. I've just written like who would die and how they would die, and that's about it. We've just been contradicting Nikkei in this chapter. Yeah, well, that's what I would do in real life, and if I was here too. I'm like, Nikkei, I don't trust you. I don't believe anything you say. No, by the theory we're going with, the culprit must have moved the corpse between 1725 and 1755. If you see the monorail timetable, you'll quickly see that the monorails weren't active at the time. Oh, wait, really? Monocro did say that monorails are only active every other hour. That's probably right. I was at Satsuki Land early for the 1800 parade. But I don't recall seeing any monorails pass by. And then here's all your motives. Chapter 1, your family. Chapter 2, virus. Chapter 3 is a cursed chapter for fighting a zombie apocalypse. Oh, wow. Or chapter 4 is the first chapter. Chapter 5, solving riddles to live. Oh, wow. Oh, you guys are so creative. That's so cool. Huh. Monorail. Yeah, that's right. Newsy, you said it. She used the monorails. What? But didn't Sora just say that? Shut up. First of all, she leaves the pool at 1725 and moves the pieces to Block C monorail station. This shouldn't take long, right? She'd be moving within the same department. Then she leaves the corpse there and uses Setsuka's handbook to call out Airhead Girl to the Mirror Mansion. Then the older sis moves to the ghost house at Block A to deliberately be seen entering the ghost house by the Bubblehead Girl. She did it on purpose. Why do such a thing? Probably to accuse Hibiki as the culprit in the trial. I mean, actually did so in the beginning of the trial based on Iroha's accounts. Wait, why do y'all think of me when you heard Bubblehead Girl? I mean, you're bubble-headed. Mikado, stop picking on her. Why don't you pick on someone your own size, you worthless criminal? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that line. My broken heart. Would you shut up for a second? I'm trying to focus, damn it. First, 1755, the older sis enters the ghost house to cut the fuse and put out the fire to make the ghost house dark. Next, she has to hurry because there's another gate record only 2 minutes after she entered. Since she used Setsuka's handbook when she entered, she used her own when leaving the place. This way, 2 in outputs get recorded and she leaves no sign that she ever left the place. You all saw the parade together at 1800, right? The littler sis goes to see that while the little sis goes to Block A monorail station. Blah, blah, blah. It protects me from the YouTube monetization. Well, YouTube people saying like, hey, we can't promote your video anymore because you said bad things. You love blah, blah, blah. The monorail will start moving at 1800, so she rides it from Block A to C and carries the body parts back to Block A through the monorail. This way, you'd be able to solve both the time and stealth issue. Amazing! It looked to be impossible at first, but now we have a clear grasp of what actually happened. And so, what next? Continue. There's not much left after this. Hide the body parts somewhere near the ghost house. After confirming that white hair over there left at 1936, go inside the ghost house with the body. Here again, you use Setsuka's handbook at the gate. Since they used Setsuka's handbook when first entering the ghost house, this time the resulting output would be an out record. Exactly, everything left is simple. Set up the corpse on the altar, create a pool of blood using the blood packs, and then it's finished. The newly reformed ghost house, now with an actual corpse. Now the ghost house records, do they really even need me? Showby is just doing this himself, and it's fine by me, but like, I don't feel necessary. Now the ghost house gate records until this point. Like, look at this confusion. What? Can be summed up like this. Makes it where you make a good fan game just leaving yourself just think about it a lot. I don't know. It would be fun just to plot it all out one day. How is it? This is the result of this case. Kane's the culprit, Hibiki's as the evidence. Oh, that can't be. Honestly, if we consider Showby's usual behavior into account, it's hard to trust him, but... Showby is the true protagonist? Yeah, wait, yeah, where's his Hoge? In your chapter 5, 2 victims and 1 killer? Well, yeah, you have 20 cast. You need to, like, double up some victims, I assume. It's logically sound and his reasoning is perfect. Kanade? Are you really the culprit? Did you really murder Suka? And I helped you? What should I do? I don't know what to do. Sis, don't cry. That beardy hag is just talking nonsense. Got any rebuttals? Rebuttal? Are you really thinking to yourself that you cracked this case? Let's get straight to the point. You're completely wrong. Full of contradictions again. And to marvel at this stupid of a theory? My, you have all the questionable brains, don't you? What? Well, part of it is a contradiction. As much as this theory has holes like it's Swiss cheese, the main problem are 2 big contradictions. Showby, you told us after leaving the pool we left the body at the station and used the monorail to move the ghost house, right? And remind us, whose handbook did we use when entering the ghost house? He said it was Setsuka's. And do you think that's possible? Isn't it possible? The culprit must have had her handbook ever since she was murdered. Everyone, you might be able to pass through the gates using someone else's handbooks, but only handbooks that are active are valid in this case. Oh yeah. Showby? You're right, I made a mistake. Ah, I see. Even if you have Setsuka's handbook, only Setsuka herself can turn it on. Oh, why does that matter? You're the same issue with Emma, but she used Kokuro's fingers. No, bro, that was possible because Emma cut and kept Kokuro's fingers. Showby specifically said that the culprit left the corpse at the station. According to his theory, you would never be able to turn Setsuka's handbook on at the ghost house. It takes a long time to arrive from Block A to C, even at running speed. Even if you used Setsuka's hand to turn the handbook on before you left, it'll be turned off by the time you reach the ghost house. You're right. As we discussed in the last trial, the touchscreen lock of the handbook sleep mode requires the owner's fingerprints. Wait, speaking of Emma, why didn't the culprit use the method Yuki just mentioned? The method Yuki just mentioned? You mean cutting the fingers off and carrying them? Yeah, impossible. Setsuka's wrists were cut off. Her fingers were all fine. I mean, you could carry those hands to turn the handbooks on. No, that's probably not it. Then we'd again have the problem of how to carry the body without getting caught. Even if the hands are small compared to the whole body, they still have considerable size and you're doomed. If they bleed, there's just too much risk at hand. Maybe they managed to luckily carry the body without getting caught. Really? Then let's assume the culprit somehow solved this issue and let's go for the next problem. Can we really go over to the next issue that easily? Well, actually, we have a much bigger problem here. Showby said we hid the body parts near the ghost house to wait until Sora left the place. And may I ask you where that place is? How in the world can you find a place to hide 10 body pieces? If there was a pile of body parts in the ghost house, anyone would have noticed it. It would seem unnatural if you hid it all inside a bag. But if you hide them separately, it would take time for the culprit to gather back the pieces. You're not really going to say that the culprit also managed this through luck as well, are you? Well, if you are, we have our trusty Sora. She searched every nook and cranny at the ghost house, right, Sora? Yeah. I searched not only inside the house, but also the outside as I was leaving the place. If there was a corpse hidden near the ghost house, I would have noticed it right away. No, wait. Maybe it's not the ghost house. Hide it somewhere other than the ghost house? Poor old Showby. But we searched every other place as well. Sora, Iraha, and I searched basically everywhere in Block A. There's no other options. The Danganronpa Another series actually acknowledges the previous cases and learns from them. Something I really like. Yeah, they do a really good job making it all feel interconnected the whole time. Dude, who do you think I'm suspecting here? If you're saying that you, who I suspect is the culprit, searched Block A, I mean, do I really need to say more? What do you mean? What do you mean? She just has to hide the body in the place that she searched in. She's the culprit, and all she has to do is say there was nothing there. So correct me if I'm wrong, Showby. You're saying that the body was hidden at the complete opposite side of the park from the ghost house? What? The place I investigated was that area, the storehouse and beyond. So she did hide the body pieces in the Satsuki puppets. I hate to break it to you, little Showby, but that's a bit too far away from the ghost house, don't you think? You little brat. Wait, what about that? Is there a problem with it being too far? We can't move the body around when there's everyone running around in Block A, right? The culprit must have moved the body parts at least after Sora left the ghost house, which is 1936. According to the gate records, the culprit carried the body parts 6 minutes later at 1942, right? Oh, so that's it. If you hide the body parts too far away from the ghost house, you won't be able to retrieve them within the next 6 minutes. Sora even said she looked outside the ghost house, so she would have stayed there at least 1 to 2 minutes after that. So we will only have about 4 to 5 minutes to move the body parts. If you want to move all 10 corpse pieces within the time limit, you would have to hide it somewhere close to the ghost house. Wait, both Miss Older Sis and Younger Sis are in it together according to Showby, right? So if they move them together... I told you. It's impossible even for 2 people. They would have to make 2 round trips even if there was an accomplice. Even in the case that we hid it into the nearest storehouse, it's impossible to make 2 round trips within 4 minutes. Unless you have teleportation skills, that is. Teleportation? Does that mean Mikado is... Wait, what? Even the rules mention I cannot use magic in murders. You do remember it, right? You haven't forgotten about it, or me, right? Then, what's actually going on here? Showby, is there another way? See? They're all ignoring you because you made such an idiotic comment. I think you mean they're ignoring you. Be quiet in the peanut gallery over there. Was Showby's theory wrong? Kane definitely has a point there. What kind of method did the culprit actually use? Ultimate baker, ultimate vocalist? Okay. There's no use trying to think of it another way. Aha! That fast, impossible to move the corpse it would be. It would be impossible to move the corpse that fast. Then I guess Showby's theories was wrong. Wait, that means the culprit actually managed to move the body without using the monorails. The only method to do so is just hope for the best and not get caught. I guess the only solution we have now. But the gate records were rigged, right? In that case, the culprit stayed inside for 2 minutes inside the ghost house between that time. They hid the body, cut the fuse during that time? It would still make sense. Sora might miss the corpse since it was dark inside. After all, there's no other possible way the culprit could have caused the blackout? Okay, maybe it's her thing. Nope, okay. There's only 3 choices here, so I don't have to worry about it. It's too much. No, whoa, no, shoot, I meant to skip. There you go. Break. I really want Yoriko to live. Please live, Yoriko. I trust you and only you, Yoriko. Well, that's not true. I trust a few other people, but I mostly trust Yoriko. Nikkei, I'm afraid that would be impossible. Again, we're just saying, Nikkei, whatever you say, you're wrong. Shut up. Why? I get that you have barely enough time, but if you move at full speed. Sora's right. 2 minutes is far from enough when you're trying to hide 10 body pieces. And more importantly, the ghost house fuse box is a problem. They opened it to cut the wires, remember? That means they had to visit the innermost part of the ghost house. The fuse box is located just beside the entrance to the altar. And the altar is located innermost in the ghost house. Just going to and fro would take up all the time. You have, so your ultimates are a model, an ice skater, a baker, skydiver, vocalist, inventor, running, cards player, scientist, poet, cheerleader, fencer, archer, vet, mystery, artist, influencer, gardener, hacker. Wow, that is a nice group there. Maybe there was a secret passage only the culprit knew of. They could have hidden the body there and gained access to the fuse box as well. Please, can someone knock some sense into him? There's no way that kind of passage would exist. Try to guess which one's the victim. Post that again once we get to the intermission and I save and end the thing, and I will guess that. I will try guessing. Most crucial thing is, if the culprit carried the body to the ghost house, the person who saw that should have noticed it. And how is it, Iraha? Did my sister enter the ghost house holding something in her hands, or no? Huh? Whoa, why are you so flustered? Well, I just didn't expect to get called. What did you say? Iraha, it seems like you're not very fond of the fact that you have your head attached to your neck. Would it kill you to please pay attention? You told us you saw my sis entering the ghost house around 1755. Oh, she was empty-handed. If she was holding a piece of the corpse, I would have recognized it. See? So that means we didn't transport the body directly to the ghost house. I cannot be the culprit. And as mentioned before, there are too many contradictions to suspect my sister as a culprit. I have something to inquire, Kanade. You successfully shown us that you cannot be the culprit. But doesn't that mean you yourself admit that your first theory was wrong? Then now that it's come to this, who do you think is the actual culprit? That's, well... Honestly, I also need to think about this again. I was so focused on proving my innocence that I haven't come up with another theory yet. Showby, how about you? This is the first time you stood up in a class trial. Is there any other theory you'd like to provide us with? He's gonna take a nap. He's like, nah. Wait a second. I need to clear my thoughts. I missed something. Something big. Is this... Oh no, it can't be. Our two brains are stumped. So imagine Makoto as a hope cult leader? Oh, absolutely. I mean, is it like... Nagito was like the, the canon version of showing like, here's Makoto with like too much hope. And yet not at the same time somehow. But no, Makoto like going full like cult leader with his hope, that would be great. I definitely can see that as a possibility. The fencer and the archer are the same person? Oh, I see. You put fencer and archer. Oh, neat. Please, give it your all. We're counting on you. This case is honestly so complex that even I cannot get a good grasp on it. Uh-oh. We're doomed. I knew we needed Kokoro. If Kokoro was here, she would have solved the case immediately. Oh, if only she hadn't been killed. Iraha, shut up, please. We're all doing our best, but... Cry. I'm tired. I want to go home. Please, does someone clog our mouth or something? Hey, Yuki has his listening to emo music place. We've been through 2 class trials. Of course they were difficult and we were stumped a couple times. But this is the first time that our reasoning came to a stop completely. The culprit of this case, who is it? How did they kill Setsuka? Even Kanade, who is the smartest of us all, is having a hard time coming up with a solution. A person with no special brains or talent like me, who never hoped to help everyone in this case. I've got it. Kanade? So that was it. She's gonna blame us. She's gonna blame us or Yoriko, I just know it. Everyone, I know the culprit now. Really? Oh, Kanade, I knew it. I believed in you. Hooray! I need to thank Showby for this. Without him, I would have believed without a doubt that my sister was the culprit. Nor would I realize that the gate records had been rigged and that my sister was used. Huh? So you admit the fact that Hibiki is also an accomplice? No. My sister wasn't an accomplice. She was just literally used by the real culprit, the poor thing. Oh, she's gonna blame me. This case is performed by a single person, a meticulous one at that. Nagito is one of his closest followers, and Makoto considers him his right-hand man because he's so much... Yeah, I can so see that. That's really cool. So, who is it? Let me spell the clues out for you. Follow along with me, everyone. First, just as Showby said, their left hand... Oh no! You're not gonna blame Art Girl. And they provided us with a false testimony to get my poor sis to be suspected. And they had an alibi during the parade so that they could freely move around the monorail. I'm sure you all realize what I'm talking about, right? Left-handed false account has an alibi? The person who fits all those criteria is... Well, she's so happy. I don't want to. The person who fits all that criteria is... Iraha. It has to be you. Hooray! Oh my god, Iraha. Hooray for Kanade. She easily tracked down the culprit for... Yeah. Kanade really trying to be out, got a gas flame, guilt push, gate scan, girl Satan her way out of this trial. What? Alright. My poor dumb little art girl. I love you, but oh my god, what? Oh wait, Can I not save here? Oh no, I can save here. Okay, okay. So we're going to, so I don't forget next time when we play. We're going to get rid of Mind's Eye, put on Sketch. And then we're going to save the game here. Which, thank you guys so much for putting up with, like I said, I really wanted to get this because I was like, one, don't want to forget things, and two, like I said, I miss everyone. I love having my like weekly Danganronpa like gameplay and talks, which is always fun. But thanks for putting up like, you know, my sick coughing, which is gonna be so fun to edit out. we will continue this on Sunday. I want to make sure that, you know, I want to make up for the fact that, you know, we had a miss last week. So Sunday we will continue this and finish this trial, and we'll play for however long it takes to finish. Yeah. Sorry. Like I said, being sick sucked. But at least I have a voice. Like I did not have a voice. I could not even like breathe and talk, much less talk. Like it was bad. But I'm like at like 90% better. By Sunday I should be good, so I'll be able to do voices and you know, have fun like that again. All right, so for the YouTube, all right, I'll see you guys all soon. Bye. And for Incast here, okay, so Hibiki, let me see what you posted here. All right, Hibiki, if you're still there, how many Blackened do you have? And I'll try to guess in your cast who's the Blackened. I hit save, right? Thank you. I have a fridge full of smoothies and orange juice, so all that vitamin C should kick me into good gear by this weekend. Alright, so let's see, we have... You still there, Hibiki? You're gonna stay for a second because you have a question? Well, go ahead, you can go ahead and ask the question. Oh, hey. You also got these two little Ultimate Instant Cast, Boxer and Gamer. Okay, so how many Blackened is there in your Fangame? That I can try guessing who's the Blackened victims. And you said there were 7 survivors? Actually, no, you'll save what you save next stream because it's kind of a whole thing. Okay. All right, well, I'm just gonna guess. Do you want to guess all the Ultimate and Dad Gamer in the box? Okay, so let's see. There's 6 chapters. All right, good night. All right, I'll say your your Blackened are. Let's see, what do we got here? All right, so let's say your Blackened are going to be your Ice Skater, your gardener. Boxer. There's 5 killers? Okay. So ice skater, boxer, gardener. Two more. Which one of your 2 do I think murdered somebody? Cheerleader. And scientist? All right, those are my guesses. How bad was I off? I should probably type it, huh? Alright. Boxer, gardener, cheerleader, ice skater, and I forgot who I said, but I was really gonna be the last one there. Scientist. I got 2 right? Hey, that ain't bad. That's already doing better than my guesses for this game, that's for sure. I was only just trying to think of like who would have like really cool executions. I'm like, an ice skater execution would be really cool. A boxer execution is really cool. I mean, we saw what's his face, Hajime's. I thought a gardener would be really neat. Cheerleader would be cool. And then I threw in scientist because I'm like, I don't know, scientist, I guess. No, the victims. All right. So it'd be 6 people gone. Okay, so your victims would be victims would be model, baker, skydiver, 1, 2, 3, mystery person, 4, inventor, 5, poet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, those are the victims. Okay, also I'm going to shut down Danganronpa. I'm going to put our ending soon screen on. Because I need to go take my medicine. I got 1. Okay, I did worse on that one, but that ain't bad, right? And guess the survivors. Okay, so the survivors are who I have left, minus the mastermind. And the mastermind, I'm going to say... Who have I not guessed yet? All right. Survivors, everyone else. Mastermind is hacker. I think that would be neat. You know, I realize you don't really have a a detective type person, huh? Your protagonists are really trying to like do their best without a skill there to help them out. Do. I'm wrong, but the hacker will play a major role in the last chapter. Okay, nice, nice. All right. Well, I am at my limit of speaking, and I want to rest my voice. But again, I'll see you guys Sunday. You can tell me more about your Fangame then. I like hearing about this from you guys. Like I said, one day I will. You used to have a detective? Like one day I will sketch out my characters that I made and be like, hey, look guys, look at these characters I made that I'm not doing anything with because you guys have a lot of talent. And they're meant to be the chapter 5's killer. All right. So good night, everyone. I got the vet right? What did I guess the vet under? Survivor? Nice. Oh, the mystery person's a detective. Oh, okay. You know, that makes sense. All right. I'm going to go die in peace now. Thank you all for being here. And thanks, Hibiki. Good night.